Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack bringing you some more live tournament action here in the ALT-Jun 2011. We're super excited for this matchup. We have got Zergcore going up against ToxLonely, and on top of that, I have Shakoi here with me tonight, casting as my co-caster and
Good
a good
evening.
friend. Oh, sorry about that. I cut you off. You see what a terrible jerk I am?
No.
How can you stand hanging out with me, man? My goodness.
It's a very good virtual relationship.
Well, very good. We are going to be seeing Zerg vs. Zerg. This map was chosen by Shakoi, and I have not seen a game on this map for a good long while, man. It has been a while.
It is, and it's a good way to start off I believe it's the round of 8. There should be 8 players left after this match is done.
Yes, there is.
So that's going to be interesting. Whew, I wonder who's going to win. Honestly, I think ToxLonely will, but Zergcore, he has what you would say sparks of greatness.
Yes, he does. He's an interesting character too, though. He's got a lot of. He's pretty forceful in some of his speech, and he really he talks very highly about his gaming skills. So,
actually, wow, I can't believe I just totally had a brain fart. This is Zergcore, and if I remember right, I don't even think that these two like each other, which is even more interesting.
Yeah, they've played before, and like Tox, because you know how Tox can be. He says things, but they could potentially be misconstrued. Like in that last game, he says "bye," as in like it's time for you to GG. It could be taken that way, like okay, time for you to leave the game. But really, what he was saying is, buddy, I think it's over. But and Zergcore, what happened is there was a match between these two, and Tox said something, and Zergcore kind of took it the wrong way, and they got into a kind of a little bit of mince of words there for just a little while. But I think
that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. And I told them, they said you guys just be gentle with each other. There's no sense in yelling and screaming.
Oh, look here, we have a face-off between both opponents' overlords.
Oh yeah.
They had a couple seconds there to chit-chat.
And now they're on their ways. So now, interesting question.
Is this going to be what is going on with Zergcore's strategy? Is this like what they would consider a Ling rush?
Yes.
Or a 6 pool, or whatever they call it?
Well, it's not a 6 pool for obvious reasons, but essentially, yes, this is definitely a rush. They are moving out across the field. The spawning pool is not up for Tox yet, and they are moving in. Going to see a hatchery. That is going to make them very, very happy. They're going straight for the mineral line. Shakoi, take it from here, man, or I'm just going to die.
ToxLonely, I'm pretty sure he will not make this mistake again. This will be interesting. I'm sure he'll hold it off, and it'll definitely set him back, but I'm interested to see what Zergcore does with this advantage.
Oh, yeah. Wow. And that Spinecrawler, he didn't get the snipe on the Spinecrawler, but look how many drones he killed. Just brutal.
Is it possible to cancel a Spinecrawler?
Yeah, oh yeah, you can cancel it.
I wonder why he wouldn't just cancel one.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't think it was going to die. He was right, if that's what he thought. And look at this, though. Zergcore going to be expanding behind it as well.
Wow.
He does have the drone advantage, and looks like he's going to be moving out again.
The first thing that comes to my mind, and he seems very committed to this harassment, which I question if he is going to be that committed to it. I don't think he doesn't have Ling speed, so it's not like these Zerglings are going to be too overpowering. I mean, all he has to do, which looks like that's all Tox is going to do, is just defend his ramp.
Yeah. Well, maybe what he's trying to do is get his opponent to commit to more military units, which will keep him low on the drone count while he macros up behind. That could, that's not a bad play.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what he's got in production. Yeah, he's producing some more drones, so I think that may be what he's doing. It looks like he's not going to try and take down 2 Spinecrawlers, which is probably smart. See if he's going to scoot out of here or not. Nope. He's going to let these guys go down, it looks like. Nope, there they go. 4 of them get out, huh?
This is exactly what I was talking about. So you're going to try to do early harassment against Tox, which you have to do against him.
Right.
The question is now, will he continue? And if he does continue, will he have the multitasking abilities to go back to his base and continue building and not just get so single-minded on attack with Zerglings, keep building Zerglings, keep attacking. He's got to be on top of the economy as well, or else, eventually it's going to peak and he's going to be in trouble.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's totally true. And look, I mean, look at the drone counts. Just about even. I mean, Tox is catching right back up, even after that.
ToxLonely just finished his Zergling speed. Something to point out, and Zergcore does not have anything yet. Well, he's building it, but it's not close to being done.
Right. Gonna be done here in, looks like, what, 20 seconds? 15 seconds? And, oh yeah, so these guys are now way out of position for Zergcore. Without their speed, man, they're not going to do as well as they need to.
Looks like it just finished.
There he goes.
Very interesting.
Trying to take out some drones there. Let's take a look at Control R. He has killed 11 drones, though, so that's not bad. But you're right. I mean, he is definitely committing to harassing his opponent. 2 pieces. I mean, my goodness. Let's see. That was good, actually, pretty decent attack. His opponent, Tox, is now down to 13 drones.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean,
look at what he's saying.
So I mean, here's the thing to keep in mind, though. So he is definitely invested in Zerglings because he's only got 1 drone on gas. He's only got 1 gas up in general. So it's not like he'll be building roaches or anything. Well, he's going to build a roach worm, but I don't know if he'll necessarily have gas to kind of produce that.
Right.
So again, he ToxLonely will have a lot of time to catch up as long as he can just stop, Zergling harassment, which he's a Zerg player. It's not like he can't spawn massive Zerglings to match that. So
right.
That'll be interesting.
Yes, it will. Zergcore going to be chasing those guys off at his ramp.
Oh, we got 1 out of position. Oh, this is going to be a fun game. A lot of talking will be involved in this game.
Yeah. The coolest thing, though, is, I mean, you could imagine being a 12-year-old. I can't hardly remember that far back in my life, but, I mean, I think I remember enough to know that I was relatively shy, and I don't think I would say things to people that could possibly incite rage. I think I was just too timid, and I just think it's so neat how he's just a regular old guy. Doesn't mind saying it. Go ahead, sorry.
I actually think ToxLonely is a lot like me when I was his age. I mean, different game, but man, I was a nice guy, but I just love to just have subtle shit talking, or I'm sorry, swearing, or just trying to get under my opponent's skin.
That is the very first verbal cursing we've had in this live stream. Did you know that?
Oh man, that's a good thing and a bad thing. There's got to be a first for everything and a last. So
look at the drone count now. This is what's comical. Is now Tox is caught back up in the macro,
and that's the difference between. I mean, Tox, his mindset and thinking. He's got to do something to. Kind of get back at Zergcore for doing that early push. So he builds banelings, he blows up a few drones, and now they're equal again.
Right.
Because because Zergcore committed so much to minerals instead of gas at the beginning of the game, all he really can have at this moment is Zerglings.
Yep. Yeah,
as opposed to, I mean, so now, Tox is going to get his roach worn up. The only difference is, well, now he's got the gas income to build roaches. And those Zerglings are going to go down.
Yep.
He just has to hold off this attack, and if he can, he'll be good. So, we'll see.
That's actually quite a few roaches, and a lot of those Zerglings are still alive. So I'm actually pretty surprised how well Zergcore is doing in this attack. My goodness, he's wasting this expansion pretty good. Now that's actually pretty smart. I think. Oh no, I thought he was going to go for the snipe on that hatchery. I think that probably would have been better. Because now up in the main, Tox will probably be able to hold this off, I would assume. Yes, he is. There he is, back trying to take the snipe. I think that's a safer move. What do you think about that?
Definitely. Just get the expo. If you need to escape, you can. It's not that big of a risk, but at least you stopped your opponent from getting those minerals.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother hatchery he's going to have to rebuild, so that puts him, at least a minute behind, which is exactly what Zergcore is going to need in this matchup, I think.
Mm-hmm. If I was Zergcore, I would feel very safe right now. I would just get another expansion, set myself up for later game in case I need it, and then just be that much more ahead.
Right. It looks like Zergcore going to be committing to an attack here fairly shortly, though. You can see him streaming a lot of units over here.
Now, and I don't know if that's just because Tox seems today he's just not been very well on his scouting. But this whole attack has been a direct because of bad scouting, in my opinion. I mean, he should have seen at the very beginning a very early spawning pool, no gas being produced. I mean, he's got to assume something's up.
Well, yeah, and he was just in his opponent's base with those banelings, and he saw all the roaches. I think he probably could have prepared just a little bit better for those, the potential.
He's got mutas being built, which is going to directly affect him here. I don't think. Well, he's definitely going to be able to hold this off, but how effective this is going to be, I don't know, because all his drones are going to die.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think those mutalisks were just a little too late.
I think this one's over for Tox. I hope he can just kind of think, regroup, and good luck the second game.
Yeah.
How interesting would it be, though? I mean, if Zergcore beat ToxLonely, I mean, that would take down my prediction bracket from the beginning of the tournament. So, I mean, that would just be amazing to me.
That's true. And I do have to give him props for that attack. I think he sat back just long enough, and massed up just enough army to make that attack stick very well. So he backed off from the harassment style to let's make an attack that will stick. And you can see him, he knows he doesn't have the AA to hold this off, so he's going to go straight for the gut, man. He's streaming those units across the map as here come the Mutalisks. My goodness, take it away, Shikoi.
Well, I think it's a little too late, but a nice last-ditch effort, but I think just units to units, Zergcore's got this. That's too bad.
Yeah.
But props to him. Zergcore, it's interesting. You can win 1,000,000 times on a ladder, and I think if these guys played 1,000,000 times, ToxLonely would beat Zergcore majority. But, in a tournament setting, Zergcore's only got to win 2 games. So
yeah, that's right.
There's one.
That's it. We will be going to game number 2 here in just a moment, so please stick around for that. This is going to be tons of fun. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you do not always have to alt-tab. You can alt-StarCraft.